This podcast is brought to you by Glitterati Communications. Learn more about Glitterati at beglitterati.com. What's up? My name is Dwayne Jones. I'm an artist and a designer and the founder of a lifestyle brand called Art Pays Me. And this is the Art Pays Me podcast. I love talking to creative people about their business, their successes, their challenges, and how they make the world a better place with their work. Let's get into it. Welcome to a special series of Art Pays Me interviews with the winners of the 2023 Creative Nova Scotia Awards. Presented by Arts Nova Scotia and the Creative Nova Scotia Leadership Council, the Creative Nova Scotia Awards celebrate excellence in artistic achievement. The award categories are as follows: Creative Community Impact, Prix Grand Prix, Established Artist, Emerging Artist, Black Artist, Indigenous Artist, and finally the Portia White Prize that is given to a person who has made outstanding and significant contributions to Nova Scotia's creative community over a sustained career, much like the incredible woman that the award is named after. The winner will also choose an emerging artist or cultural organization that they feel deserve some additional recognition and let's be real, some bread, some extra funding, because money is what enables us to do what we do. Collectively, the awards are worth $75,000. Visit artsns.ca to nominate your favorite Nova Scotia artist, or be a boss and nominate yourself. We artists got to start, looking out for number one. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's going to take care of us if we don't take care of ourselves, right? It's okay. Anyway, this series, it would not be possible without the fantastic production work of Heist and Kiki Beats. Shout out to them once again. Okay, state your name, pronouns, and your artistic medium.
My name's Nancy Della Oakley. I am she, her pronouns, and I'm a Mi'kmaq artist focusing on pottery.
Okay, so tell me about a particular work that you're proud of and why.
I would say this piece here is one of my most proud of. It took me about a year to do, and it's a piece that I made just for myself, not with anything in mind besides just to decorate my home.
Yeah, so I was creeping a little bit, and I did see a post you did where you talked about I know I have orders to do, but I'm working on this thing for me and I need to do it. How important is that for your creative process?
Very important. I do a lot of production work as well, so that can kind of bog you down, and then you lose the love because it becomes work.
Yeah.
So I always try to make sure that I still continue to do stuff that I want to do. Right now I was just at a residency at Fogo Island where I learned manipulation of slabs.
Cool.
So that's been, I think that was the post you were talking about, just trying to do that and just allowing my creativity to flow.
Yeah.
Still, as while still making money and all that.
Right. Like I know that guilt that's like, I should be doing something else, but I really need to make this thing. But it opens up so many other possibilities when you get to do that, right?
And it keeps the love there, right? 'Cause if it just is going to be all work, then
what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, just do something else. So can you tell us a little bit more about this piece?
This was, I was thinking about it for a while, and because I wanted a wood stove, and I wanted something that's unique. That would be just mine and to pass down to the kids as well.
Yeah.
These are all three-dimensional, so and then there's some like the goose over there. That means how I love thee in the hieroglyphics, but my dad's traditional name is Drifting Goose. The little people there.
Yeah.
There's 6 of them for each one of my kids. And then just some of the clans and things. I wanted to, like, if you see my work, I do a lot of smoke firing, but I tried smoke firing and it didn't look right. But this one I didn't glaze it, so it's still absorbent. So when I used the black grout, it gave the exact look I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, it's got like a very organic, natural feel,
Yeah.
which I think is great. What about the Sasquatch?
I love Sasquatch. Sasquatch is real.
I love that.
But I believe a lot of our cultures, a lot of our myths and things like that, I do believe that they're real. We have the Sasquatch or the Woodalatamooge, which is our little people.
Yeah.
I have a lot of stories of when they used to come to my house. The kids would talk about the little guy in the corner and things like that.
So when you talked about being in Santa Fe before, like, did they talk about chupacabra and all that kind of stuff?
No, it was the jackalope.
Jackalope. That's
And I had a friend that was really, he was so convincing. I was like, I started to believe him.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, so that was, I went to Institute of American Indian Arts and Alaska Native, and it's an all Indian art school
Yeah.
down in Santa Fe. So I've met the people there were from tribes from all over Canada and the U.S. So just the exchange of knowledge and traditions and everything was really, really awesome.
Nice. So is there a moment or a person in your like creative journey that like really helped you guide to like, like this is what I want to do?
Yeah, my cousin Jimmy. I started doing photography in high school and
Yeah.
just different art programs. Sadly, I don't think they have that like they used to
Wow.
back in the day. And I loved photography, and that was what I wanted to do. But I went to art school. Well, I had applied to business school because I got to make money.
Of course.
And I went to California for a graduation gift, and I went to visit my cousin, and he said, "Do you want to be happy, or do you want to make money for the rest of your life?" And I chose to be happy, and I dropped out of business school and went to art school.
Okay. I like that. You want to be happy or you make money. You know what? I always say that to people too, is like, yeah, we could, like, isn't that the goal? People want to make more money to be happy, right?
Yeah.
Like, but what if you could just be happy?
Yeah.
So what's the driving force between your artistic work and like, what is it that keeps you like feeling like you have to keep creating?
Mental health, a lot of it.
Okay.
I don't know if people talk about that enough. Like I've found during my lifetime, like if where the kids get overwhelmed and stuff like that, overwhelming with kids, and I'm not creating, that'll notice it. I kind of go into a little bit of depression and things like that. During COVID, I had really didn't have a hard time during COVID, but I was in my studio like good 16 hours a day. Like that kind of really helped me work through some of the feelings and things like that I had with that.
Right. I hear you on that too. It's like it's therapy in a way. Like, but do you find like you have any routines like daily that you sort of do to keep you going?
No, my partner will say I'm just a workaholic, but like usually by the time the kids go, I find I'll pick something that I'm interested in. I do a lot of things on motherhood and being a woman and things like that. So, and then just taking that and taking a lot of my cultural aspects in as well. So really learning the hieroglyphics, and I was a basket maker from way back, but incorporating all that in where I'm creating and kind of, how do you say, endorsing, promoting my culture as well.
Okay.
So that helps me to keep going.
So you would say those are essential ingredients to your creative process?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cultural significance is very important to me.
Right. So as we were talking off camera, and you were born in the United States, Massachusetts, and so being someone who's kind of been between the U.S. and Nova Scotia, like how has living in Nova Scotia impacted your work?
Well, I came to Nova Scotia my whole life. I've lived here twice when I was really little. Both my parents, and my dad is Wampanoag, were the ones who met the Pilgrims. They're from Mashpee, Wampanoag, and my mom is Mi'kmaq from Eskasoni. So I had family on both sides, and culturally similar, but I'm on I live on Eskasoni Reserve now. In Massachusetts, I live just in like how would you say that?
Like,
Just out. There was no reserves, but it
reserve,
was like still a strong native community.
okay.
But I don't know. I love it here. I love the sense of community. I love the beauty
Yeah.
about Nova Scotia. It's so beautiful.
Yes.
Eskasoni as well, right?
Yeah, we were all saying before we got here, like we didn't realize how big it was, and it is beautiful. I've never stopped here before. I've always kind of driven through,
Yeah.
and like we were just hanging out. Folks came, started talking to us, and
Yeah.
were super friendly. Like it does feel like a welcoming community.
Yeah. And I still have, I've had a lot of family here. When I moved up here, I moved, like I was saying, to help my family babysitting and stuff like that. And my parents moved up and my brother moved up. So went from
Okay.
Massachusetts we're all here in Eskasoni now. So that's really, my dad lives 5 minutes this way. My brother lives 5 minutes that way. And my children are all around. So it's really
That's nice.
kind of awesome.
So, what does this award mean to you?
I mean, I'm really excited. I've known about the award for a while. I was on the first jury for the first Indigenous award, which was really awesome.
Cool.
And then just to know that your community and your peers kind of recognize what you're doing, and so you're going in the right direction with your artwork and what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm throwing a curveball here, but like, what if the acknowledgement never comes? How does that make you feel?
You mean like the
Any
it's
kind
all
of
right, because I've gotten acknowledgement through my kids, and I mean, we're talking a lot about the art, but I also use my art to, like, I'll apply to shows in Santa Fe or shows in the Yukon, and it was me and my children, and it was a way for me to take my children all over the country and for them to see, mom hustling to make sure that I'm putting food on the table. And I have 2 daughters now that are doing the exact same thing with their
Right.
artwork. And so that would be the acknowledgement there, that my kids got to see the world and I got to experience it with them while still doing my art and creating.
I love that. Like, way more important than any external validation
Yeah.
that you could possibly get.
But it's nice to.
It's nice, but it's nice. Is there anything that we haven't covered that you'd like to get into or highlight?
Not that I can think of offhand.
Okay.
With squeezing my fingers.
Well, Nancy, it was nice to get to know you and meet you. So thank you very much for doing this.
Yeah.
And make sure you go to artsns.ca to nominate yourself or nominate your favorite Nova Scotia-based artist. But you can nominate yourself too, right? Cool. Check me out at artpaysme.com. Peace.